Okay, hello. I'm Stacey Santiago, and we are here today with the lovely and the colorful Danielle. And I love Danielle's story. It was just from her point A to point Z is not at all what she expected. And it's been such a really cool journey for her. And we want to share that story with you because I know there's that question in the back of your mind. Is there something more for me? Could it possibly be different? Is there a way that I could actually love what I do and generate the money I need from that? And so we want to bring stories that, yeah, it is possible. And this is such a good way to see it. So welcome, Danielle. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Stacey. So happy to be here.
Yay. Okay, cool. So let's start with the first question. And before you started coaching, tell me about what was going on in your life and your career. What was the kind of pain and the struggles that you were going through?
Yeah, I'd say since I graduated college, over 10 years ago, I was never in a job that was ever really truly fulfilling. And specifically, the last job that I was in, I found myself extremely stressed out, anxiety for like the first time in my life, having anxiety, not able to sleep, and having a huge struggle of waking up every morning and going to a job that I absolutely was dreading, feeling incompetent, feeling unfulfilled, feeling as though the skills I'm bringing to the table were not at all the skills that I even have or wanted to use. It was very upsetting, and I felt stuck. I didn't know how to get out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this had been building for a long time where you were starting to notice, hey, it's not just my job, like it's affecting a lot of areas of life. And so for you, what was this costing you in terms of your health and emotionally, relationships? What kinds of things were going on there?
Yeah, I mean, I would go in and out of states of depression. My health was definitely being affected. I wasn't sleeping well. I was gaining weight because of it. That was then just spiraling into, just not feeling emotionally well, and then not showing up really for, my relationships with my boyfriend and my friends, not wanting to be social. I'm actually a really social, happy person when I'm at my best. But when I'm depressed and I'm not feeling good, I retreat and I don't want to see anyone and I don't want to talk about it. So I wasn't showing up every day as the bright, authentic person that I know I can be.
Yeah, and at that point for you, I mean, what was that point where you were like, you know what? This sucks. Like this hurts so much. I can't do this anymore. Like, what was that like getting to that break point?
Well, there were definitely moments where I wanted to quit my job without having any sort of idea of what I was going to do next. I just didn't want to show up anymore. But I was gifted this amazing gift of time. I was laid off because of the pandemic, and that started this journey for me to recharge, to figure out what my passions are, because I forgot them, not just career-wise, but personally, and just taking time for myself. And that's when I realized whenever things get back up and running, I cannot go back to this job. That is not a possibility. So that's kind of where the journey started about 4 months ago now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that makes sense where you already crossed that threshold and you knew that there was just no way you could bring yourself to go back. And yet at that point too, you didn't have a way forward either.
Right.
And that made sense. And so for you, what made you reach out for help, right? Versus saying, oh, okay, you know what, I'll just do some more job searching and, apply to other jobs, see if I can find something better. What made you want to reach out for help?
Well, I started seeking out healing. So I started doing Reiki sessions, and I feel as though that was really helping like the energy within myself and my core recirculate. And I guess my phone started listening to the things that I was doing because I started getting all these ads on Facebook and Instagram related to, you know, find your dream career and manifest and align yourself and all this stuff. And that's how I found you. um, so that made sense. And that was like the aha moment when I saw um, your ad on Facebook and doing the webinar. It was like, okay, yeah, this is my escape plan. This is my no going back to the job I hate plan. I need this. I need someone to help me and to keep me accountable and help me realize my potential and where my genius zone is and how I'm able to move forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that because I mean, at this point, it's really scary to have to go back, but it's also scary to have to forge forward and to not know what that is, not to know what your genius zone is, not to know how to live that full potential.
Mhm.
So tell me about this then. What did you discover along this journey? Tell me about that experience and some of those discoveries.
Yeah. So, week one was all about mindset, which was absolutely amazing. I love that we didn't just jump in right into the career stuff. It's like, all right, we need to recondition the mind because it has a lot of negative thoughts running in there. And that to me was like one of the biggest tools that I got from this program was that I need to throw away, all of those negative, bad thoughts that are telling me not to move forward, the fear that has been living inside of me for so long, to then be able to really see in my mind what I'm capable of, what I'm good at. That first week was talking about our accomplishments in our life, and I wrote down all these accomplishments I had, and I don't recognize and acknowledge myself for those things. And it gave me hope and it gave me positivity. I was like, oh, I am this person. Like, look at me. So I love that was the start of this program. And then actually one of the suggested activities in week one was to create a vision board. And I just ran with that because I'm such a creative and visual person. So instead of just making a board, I actually created a vision wall. It took almost 2 months to make, and my soul just like came alive from it. And through that, it actually made me realize that I am an artist, and I've always been an artist, but I've always been afraid to move forward with being an artist in my career. And I think that's because, like, maybe society, parents, they tell you you can't make a living doing that. It's a scary thing to sell art for a living in some capacity. But I love photography. I just love design. I love being creative. And so through making my vision boards and through this whole process, I started to own and be confident in the fact that I am an artist, and that is where I thrive. And I shouldn't be afraid to go after that dream because that is where my sole purpose lies.
Mm. Wow. So you came into this a whole ball of confusion, not knowing what the heck you're supposed to be doing. And really just, like you said, my soul came to life. And you were able to just hands down clearly be able to say, no, this is who I am and this is what I want. And you did the mindset work to back it up to be able to allow you to take action and move that
Mhm.
forward into reality.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Okay, good. So what was the key to that, right? Because it's still scary. It's still like, what is this going to take? This is a lot. And you had to
Mhm,
go through some stuff, right? It wasn't like,
mhm,
oh, great, I checked the box off an activity and picked from a list.
mhm.
That's not, it was way more, and it was much more challenging than that. And what was that like for you to really dig deeper and to challenge yourself and peel back the stuff that got in your way?
Whew, I think one of my biggest things holding me back was my sense of self-worth.
Mhm.
um, so all the negative thoughts and putting myself down for so long, um, I really had to peel back those layers and say, no, you are enough. You can thrive. You can do what you love. You can do what you love. Like, there's no fear in doing what you love. The fear is really going back to the stagnant life where I'm just trying to survive paying my bills. This feels way more authentic and aligned. Um, and I'm trying right now not to focus on like the financial aspect, but just the feeling of the work that I'm doing and how much value and fulfillment that it's bringing me. And with that is going to come the business, because I bring that energy of like putting all my love into the work that I do, and just not being afraid of failure.
Mm. That's a key too, because you battled that coming into this. And at
Hmm.
times when things got, scary and looking at that inner self, there was that fear. And it's amazing now to see you on the other side of that.
Yeah.
It's huge. And tell me about how that's flowed out to other areas of your life too. What have you noticed is different for you health wise, emotionally, just how you're experiencing your day-to-day life now?
I'm the happiest, brightest, shining person that I know. Um, I just feel like I'm myself again. And I've always been told by, family and friends that I am this bright, shiny star. But I've let that light go out before. So it feels good to be back, baby. And, you know, I just, I just have so much gratitude for you, Stacey, for these mindset tools, because I feel like it's really taken me to the next level in my mental state. I've been working on my health, for quite a few years now. On the physical side, I'm really good with my diet and I'm really good with working out, but now I have the mental tools, the emotional capacity. So that's really huge for me.
Yeah, it's like all the pieces click now, and you have this just superpower that you didn't have before.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, so tell us now then, tell us about how your career has evolved and what that path is for you right now going forward.
Yeah. So I'm in the beginning stages of starting my own business. I'm creating manifestation art. Like what you see behind you. This is my wall, my vision wall, and it's creating clarity on canvas. So I'm putting, all these intentional images, like what are people calling into their life, this manifestation. And so I'm being creative and I'm working with my hands, and I'm creating art as a tool for people to manifest what they want in their own lives. So I love that I'm taking this one part of me that I love so much, which is the creative part. And then the other part, which I actually really discovered through your program, is that I really enjoy connecting with people and helping them heal and grow. So making this particular kind of art that is helping people see the bright future that they so desire and they are so trying to call in is really fulfilling. just in the consultations that I've done so far, I feel so connected with these people. They're really letting me into their lives and digging deep with me. And then I get to create this visualization for them that they can see on a daily basis of like, this is the life that I want, because oftentimes we lose sight of that. Like I have myself, you know, I go through the ups and the downs, and I forget who I am and what I want in my life. So having that visual, that manifestation art, that tool that you can look at every day, I think it is a really powerful tool. And so that is the business I'm working on. I'm starting branding and marketing, and I already have clients. So there you have it. It's happening. It is
Fantastic.
happening.
And I love that too. And here's that difference for you too, because it wasn't like, oh, I just picked something random and I went with it. This is something that was a conclusion of you putting all of this fulfillment criteria that you discovered and running it through this funnel and evaluating it the right way, so that what came out was that just dead center of your next best step, most fulfilling in your genius zone. And that's exactly what this is designed to do.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because as a creative person, I tend to like have a lot of ideas. So towards the end of the program with you, I was like, well, I still want to do this, 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 and that. Like I had like 4 things that I still like thought that I wanted to move forward with, but I'm so happy that I finally was able to like focus and commit to one thing, and it feels so right.
I love that. And I love that you already have clients, and it's so amazing. And I think too, you're going to find very quickly that you're going to have more clients, more demand for this than even your little hands can keep up with.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I'm so hopeful and positive right now with just the progress that I've made so far. And actually, I got a psychic reading recently, and the guy said that I'm starting to launch this business. It's going to be very successful, and that I may need to hire people to help me. So that was very exciting to me to think like, wow, this business that I'm starting, I'm going to actually need to hire people to help me with it. Like that kind of blew my mind a little bit. So it's exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so exciting. I can't wait to see how it develops for you. So tell me about this then. Tell me, why was this program, this coaching, worth the investment for you?
Oh my gosh. It's worth everything, you know, worth my health, my life. I mean, I just felt so stuck in my life so much, and it's not worth it to live the rest of your life feeling stuck, being in a place of comfort, but not being able to thrive. And I was just done with it. Like this program gave me the clarity that I needed to move forward with finding my soul purpose. And I cannot be more grateful. I mean, you can't even put a money value on that, in my opinion. Like that is worth $1 million to me. So I'm so absolutely grateful that I did this program. It is 100%, 100 million% worth the investment in yourself. Invest in yourself, you know, because otherwise you might just live the rest of your life kind of playing it safe.
Yeah. Yeah. And stuck and unhappy and just
Yeah,
hoping you make it to retirement and get by counting your pennies. And it's not what you're designed to do.
absolutely not.
Okay. So then what advice, Danielle, do you have for people who may be struggling in the same situation that you're in?
I'd say just commit. It is a scary thing. It is a financial investment, and that scared me initially, I will be very honest. But once I just like let go of that and I committed to myself, it's no brainer. Don't let anything hold you back from going after what you truly desire. And I recognize that I really needed this help and this guidance in a program like this. Some people can do it on their own and figure out, their next step, their next career, and that's great. But some people really need the help, and I'm one of them. And I think most people need it. So do it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because anyone can go out there, and be a little job application monkey and send in resumes on. Anybody can do that if you want to call that career management. But if you want that fulfillment, if you want to break through the old hardwired programming that absolutely holds you back, then you're not going to be able to do all this on your own. Not to that level. And that's really where you got to decide. And you chose that your dream was bigger than your fear. Like you said, you committed more to yourself, to living your best life, to doing whatever that takes to have that kind of joy. You chose that over fear and scarcity, and you won. And I love that. I love that for you.
And you really dig deep with people. You really do. This is not any service level stuff. This is really digging in there and figuring out who you are and what you are meant to do with your life. Magical thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not, it's people come into this and they start being like, mind blown by all this stuff. It's because when you're inside the jar, you can't read the outside label, and you just don't know. You don't know why you're stuck. You don't know what's out there for you. Your comfort and the familiarity of your own little jar. And then once you can come out of that and you're like, whoa, this is my world. And it's like mind's blown and there's possibilities, and you've got all sorts of superpowers now that normal people just don't get to have. And it's just, you're going to be able to confidently self-direct this and continue to make choices for whatever you want successfully for the rest of your life now.
Yeah, it's actually more than a career coaching program. It's a how do I, like, the mindset stuff. It's like this amazing tool that you take into all facets of your life. So I'm super, super grateful for that. And also, I would like to mention, I love the support group aspect of the program. There's the Facebook group and the Zoom calls. And I love, particularly on the Zoom calls, hearing everyone else and what they're going through, where they're at in their journey, because you resonate with people on what they're going through and how they're feeling. And it makes you feel like you're not alone in this. And that's also a beautiful thing. And also, I loved hearing you coach other people on stuff that they were working on, because all of these things, hearing them, they resonate. So I love that part too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool when you add all of those layers. It's designed for a reason. It's designed for transformation. It's designed to get you an outcome, and to do that in the most effective, fastest way possible. And I love that you felt that too. It's like, ooh, there's more here and more here, and I like this. And that's exactly what it's designed to do.
Yeah, and I saw people transforming too. It was amazing. It was so beautiful to see everyone else growing and transforming in their own ways.
Yes. I like to say a rising tide lifts all boats, and it's just immeasurable the benefit you get from that, and taking this kind of deep level journey. It's just, I love that, and you are a perfect witness to that. I love it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, you showed up, and that's the key, right? Is because if you're gonna sit on the couch and not do anything, well, you're not going to get that much, right? But you showed up. You were there on the calls. You shared, I think, like every single call. You were doing the work. When you had questions, you told us and you asked. And that's the formula. That I can't make it any more simple than that, right? It's like, this works. You show up, you do the work, you be coachable, and you're going to get your outcome. And that's exactly
Mhm.
what you did
Yeah.
because you're smart.
Thank you. Yeah, I think too, you have to be ready to do the work. Sometimes you're just not. Um, but I encourage everyone who's feeling stuck to just get ready. Just get ready. There's no point in holding yourself back anymore.
Yeah. That's the beautiful thing is when you learn that you have a choice to whether you're going to suffer or not, game changing. And
Mhm.
that's where we are, in doing this work is you get to learn another way and you don't have to choose suffering. And that's just an amazing, amazing gift.
Mhm.
I love that. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. I
Oh,
love your beautiful work. It's just amazing. I'm going to be getting one of your manifestation art pieces.
thank you.
I've got a blank wall still here in my office, so I know exactly where it's going to go, and we're
Oh,
going to do that. And it's just,
thank
oh,
you.
I love this for you, and I look forward to
Thank
hearing
you.
all of your positive updates as you continue the journey. And I thank you for being willing to share your story here and help other people be able to choose themselves in their dream too.
Absolutely. And I want to thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. And I feel so connected to you after this whole process. And I just have so much gratitude for you. So
Oh,
thank
oh,
you.
so
Thank
much love.
you.
Love, love, love. Yes, always. Awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Danielle. And I'm sure I will catch you very soon.
All right. Thanks, Stacy.
Yes, bye bye.